Hello, everyone. Um, my name is Vinisha Mudani. I'm the founder and head counselor at ARA Consultancy. Today's webinar is on basically what are the career opportunities in India and abroad after your graduation. So it will be a very informative webinar. I will be trying to cover a lot of points. I will also be trying to clear a lot of doubts. Definitely all your queries will be resolved. You will get a much better picture. Definitely, you should be very attentive throughout the webinar. So we will be waiting for some more audience to join. We will be starting our webinar at around 5 would be a good time. We are currently waiting for more audience, and definitely we will be starting very soon. The topic of the webinar is career opportunities in India and abroad after graduation. Okay. So we are just currently waiting for more audience to join. It will be quite an informative session. So it's already 5:01. The topic is career opportunities. I will be covering few aspects about what it is to study in abroad, what are the benefits of the same. I will be even putting a lot of points about what are the different countries, what are the rules of the same, how many years masters, what is MBA like, masters versus MBA. Lot of topics will be covered in detail. I'll be introducing myself once I officially start the webinar. So just waiting for more audience to join, and definitely we'll start the session very soon. So I understand for the fact that mostly all the students are engineers. So definitely I will be going course wise also, that what courses you can choose. And any queries you have, you can definitely put it down in the comment section and I will be resolving the queries. Good evening, Siddharth. So everything, any field, anything is fine. I am myself a chartered accountant. I'm a certified financial planner, and I am into counseling past more than 7 to 8 years. I'm a career counselor. I'm an abroad education counselor, and I make sure that the students go to the top-notch university. I will also be covering the topic of profile building. So these are some of the topics. Yeah, you are a computer science engineer. So in case you are willing to do your masters, or definitely there are certain tips and tricks on how you can crack a good university. So definitely we will be covering that as well. So we'll be waiting for more audience to join, and definitely we'll start the session. There, we'll also be discussing about the various entrance exams required in various countries. I will be clearing your myths and misconceptions about various countries and courses, and would be resolving all the queries. I understand. So you want to know about Norway, Siddharth, like what it is to study computer science or any technical course in Norway. I will be covering that as well. Not an issue. Scandinavian countries, okay. So Norway, Sweden. So understand one thing, all these countries are very small in size, understand, and it's more than, technical courses. It's very famous for biotechnology related courses, environment related courses. So, almost there's a lot of winter over there, so you need to understand the job opportunity as well. And understand one thing, when it comes to Europe, they have their own language also. So you need to learn that. So when it comes to Norway, there is Norwegian. When it comes to Sweden, it's Swedish. So, these languages are supposed to be learned. So, your job opportunities also depend on the language because they all speak that particular language. So, you need to look at all these aspects and then go. I understand for the fact that, Norway or, it's very cheap. To study over there is very cheap. Rather, you can go to Germany. Germany would be a better option, I would say, because a lot of students are going. You will find Indian crowd, and you need to study German language, that is for sure. But at least it's more prevalent. Germany is spoken in German language is spoken in Germany. It is also spoken in Switzerland, so it's more prevalent, and there are a good number of students going over there. So when it comes to taking masters, you should not be taking a lot of do trial and errors. You should be going to a prevalent country where you know for the fact that it is going to be good. So because you are, making a decision, it has to be a foolproof thing. Okay. Yeah, masters in Italy is also a good option, especially for someone who wants to study in, who has budget related issues, or someone who's really interested in design related courses, interior designing, or, it is basically very famous for architecture, for fashion. Italy is very famous for that rather than technical courses. So, Marangoni is one very good institute in Italy where you can pursue your master's from. So, aren't non-English easy to settle? Yeah, it is easy to settle. So, even Germany is good, Ireland is good, easy to settle, get a PR over there. So, it's perfectly fine. I mean, there are other countries also where you can get your PR easily. So, it's not necessary that you have to go somewhere where it's very scarce. The overall population is also scarce, job opportunities is scarce, not a very prevalent nation. So, I personally do not. There is University of Oslo, which is very famous in Norway, but then I do not suggest students for the similar reason that it's not very prevalent. A, B, it is, you have to look at the job opportunity aspect also, which is a little lesser. And additionally, there's a lot of winter over there. So you need to look at that aspect, like, that part. So there are better universities, better college, countries where you can settle, Siddharth. Any country for civil engineering, lot of countries. So I think we should be starting the session now. Already it is 5:08, so definitely we would be starting the session. So guys, let me just introduce myself. My name is basically Winnie Shamudani. I'm the founder and head counselor at Ara Consultancy. By qualification, I'm a chartered accountant and certified financial planner. Basically, we are career counselor and abroad education consultant based out in Mumbai. And our main forte of the consultancy is making sure that the students go to the top universities. That's what our main aim is. Our admits include some of the Ivy Leagues as well. So this year also we have got very good Ivy Leagues. That is Columbia, Dartmouth, the University of Pennsylvania. So a lot of good universities we have gotten our admit. We also deal with European countries. We deal with US, UK, Australia, Canada, Ireland. We have got this year admits from TU Delft, ETH Zurich, University of Zurich. So even in those countries, so that you can even go to Netherlands. TU Delft is a very prevalent universities where you will find a lot of Indian students. So Netherlands is also a good place to study. Okay, so rather than those countries, you can aim for that as well. Okay, so guys, my first thing, that what are exactly, coming to the topic of the webinar, that career opportunities. I understand for the fact that you have been studying for 4 years or 3 years, whatever you have been till what duration you would be studying. You have studied engineering, so now is the time when you decide for the fact that hum aage kya karenge, what you will be doing next. So or every time there is a question which would arise in your mind, that either I will do masters, either I will do MBA, because you would have seen both set of people getting into their direction and they are doing well. But guys, it's very important to first analyze yourself, that what you want to exactly do, and based on that take decisions. Very, very important. Okay, so what is the meaning of masters, what is the meaning of MBA, where will I fit in perfectly, and based on that you need to take a decision, not because of some herd mentality that everyone is going for masters or everyone is giving cat and trying for IIMs, let me also go forward with the same. So that should not be your approach. You should be first understanding, that what is basically you know the meaning of masters. So my first topic, yes guys, I will be clearing your doubts. So let me first come to my first topic, that is masters versus MBA. That is the most talked about topic, that मैं masters करूँ या MBA करूँ. So turn by turn I will be talking about what masters is versus what MBA is all about. So masters is basically a specialized degree in a specific domain, in a specific area of interest. Okay, so it will teach you in depth about that area only. Okay, so if you want to do your masters in computer science, so you will learn more about in deep about what computer science is. It will include your AI, it will include your ML, deep learning, NLP, data science, HCI. All these things would be included. Similarly, you can do masters in civil engineering, masters in mechanical engineering. There are various types of masters which you can pursue. Masters can be done by freshers. There is no problem, because you are just learning in depth from the scratch about your area of interest. Okay, so no experience as such is required when it comes to masters. It is a degree for freshers only, masters, because from the scratch they are teaching you everything in depth. Okay, so someone who is particularly interested in what they are doing, they can do a masters. Someone who is really interested to change their stream, for example, someone is in civil engineering right now and they are very interested to get into computers, it is possible via masters. It is 100% possible. You can change your field very easily, and if you are wanting to do that, masters is the best option. I have students who have taken computer science as their majors, and they have gone into communication design, product design. They have gone into fashion communication. They have gone into something which is altogether different from their majors, but still they can do that because they have a master's degree where everything will be taught from the scratch. Obviously there should be some link, there should be some kind of internship where basically they can understand that why you got interested into it. For example, I have a student right now who is a 9.5 CGPA student, computer science student. Okay, and she is willing to do a communication design course. Okay, so we have a lot of internships which proves that she's interested in graphic design, interested in communication design. So someone who is will not understanding, not very interested in what they are doing, masters is the best way how you can change your field with ease. Okay, because they are going to teach from the scratch. Okay, masters is done by freshers. Masters is a specialized a specialized knowledge about one area of your interest. Understood? When it comes to MBA, MBA is more general. MBA is more for professionals. MBA teaches you how to do business. MBA teaches you how to basically make strategic decisions. MBA is good for for people who want to, do amazingly well in their business, or maybe, be at a managerial post overall. They are more into management rather than, being a technical person. So for them, MBA is something which makes sense. Now understand for the fact, when it comes to MBA, work experience is required. Work experience of at least 2 to 3 years is compulsory when it comes to MBA abroad. In case you want to do it from India, then also I strictly prefer that, you do it at least for a year. That is something which is preferred, because when it comes to MBA, it's a degree for professionals. That is something which you need to understand. It is not for freshers. MBA has certain topics which a person who has worked, they can only understand. So it's ideal. It's something like second year, say, or third year, say, people start preparing for CAT. That does not make sense. That does not make sense at all. You have to basically understand that MBA requires work experience. It's a degree for professionals. Okay, so MBA is for professionals, masters is for freshers. MBA is more generic and management oriented. When it comes to masters, it's one area only. Whatever you, it's like a freshers thing, and it is basically specialized knowledge. When it comes to MBA, generally GMAT is something which is required abroad. If you want to do it in India, there are several entrance exams like CAT, ZAT, SNAP, NMAT. So there are a lot of exams which you need to give. Vis-a-vis masters, if you want to do it from abroad, all you need to give is GRE exam. When it comes to US, all other countries work only on IELTS. That's perfectly fine. Okay, I will get to country wise options, that what exams you need to give a little later. So I coming back to masters versus MBA. If you want to change anything, you can go ahead with masters. There are a lot of students, guys, who do masters first, work for 2 to 3 years, and then they do MBA from the top notch university. Okay, so work experience is utmost required. Now one more thing, when it comes to MBA, is expensive as well. मास्टर्स का खर्चा अगर 30 to 35 lakhs आपका आ रहा है, when it comes to MBA, it is good 3 times or 2 times at least. Okay, so it is good 2 times. So if UK masters comes around 25 to 30 lakhs, UK MBA comes around 55 to 60 lakh. Okay, so 1 year masters, 1 year MBA. For UK, I will be getting to the country wise, courses and everything a bit later. So MBA is a little expensive, masters is a bit cheaper. So this is prima facie the differentiation between MBA versus masters. Okay, I'll be just taking some of the doubts, guys. Any queries, please let me know. Sanskar Patel is asking, any country for civil engineering? Yes, there are a lot of good countries. I would suggest USA is very good. Even Canada is good. UK is good. Australia is very good for civil engineering. So there are a lot of good universities. In case you are more PR oriented, Sanskar and Shri Krishna, if you're more PR oriented, you can go for Australia and Canada. If you want a global degree, you can go for US and UK. Okay, so global degree in the sense you want to come back to India, or else your for you priority is basically education, then you can aim for US and UK. Australia and Canada is also good, but US and UK are better in terms of education. When it comes to Australia, Canada, it is better in terms of PR. So but all these countries are very good for civil engineering, very very good. You can do a masters in civil engineering, you can do masters in construction management. In case you need a blend, the most popular specialization in civil engineering is structural engineering. So you can do that. There is environmental engineering also, which a lot of students are doing. So all these courses are very popular. One of my student is going to Europe for pursuing environmental engineering. TU Delft, as I said, Netherlands, one of the very popular country. ETH Zurich also has environmental engineering. So it depends on your interest, definitely. But yes, there is very good, there are good scope, there is good scope after civil engineering. I would just say in the descending order: USA, UK, Canada, and Australia. Understood? So there is good scope in them, in these countries. Okay, yes, Sai Anudeep is asking, electrical engineering, can you please elaborate your question? I did not understand what you are trying to say. Okay, Sai. Yes, so there are a lot of opportunities in various countries. So let me just give you a brief description about each and every country. Okay, when it comes to US, definitely it's very good. US has some of the top universities in the world. Some to name is Georgia Tech, Carnegie Mellon, Columbia, all the Ivy Leagues. which includes Columbia. Obviously, there is NYU, there is North Carolina State University, there is Arizona State University. There are a lot of universities in USA. It's especially the master's course are very popular in the US. There are a lot of opportunities, but you need to give a GRE exam. A GRE plus IELTS or TOEFL is something which is required in US for masters. There are only few courses like designing courses which does not require GRE. Rest almost Rest almost all the masters require GRE. So it's always preferred that you take up GRE even when there is a public health or healthcare management or medical related courses. GRE is not required. Okay, just to clear the queries for September 2022, GRE is not waived off. So please give GRE, guys, in case you are planning for September 2022. Okay, for September 2021, it was waived off, but then now for September 2022, it is not waived off. So please give GRE. Okay, one more thing, in USA, the applications process starts 1 year before the intake. For example, if September 2022 is your targeted intake, then September 2021 you need to start with the process. Earlier earlier you apply, better are the chances for scholarships, better are the chances to get an admit. Always remember that. So you cannot be at ease ke humko next year jana hai, we will start the process late. That's not the thing. It's very important that right now is a good time for you to at least take a counseling. Guys, my first abroad counseling session is free of cost. You can definitely contact me in case you need the first abroad counseling session, guys. Okay, this is my number. My name is Vinisha Mudani. Okay, so definitely you can contact me. Right now is a good time in case you're planning for September 2022. Shri Krishna is asking me some names of university in US for civil. Yeah, there are a lot of universities. I'll just write some. UC Berkeley. UCs are also very popular in the US. There is Clemson University. There is George Mason, GMU. There is Rutgers, which is very famous. So there are a lot. Georgia Tech is very famous for civil. There is UIUC, Virginia Tech. Lot of good universities. Lot of good universities. What are the Arshad is asking me? What are the options for mechanical engineer? Even for mechanical engineers, there are good options. I will be just naming few. You can do a master's in mechanical engineering. You can do masters in industrial engineering. Somewhere, if you are wanting to make improvements in the process, if you want to make the processes more efficient in a manufacturing firm, you can get into industrial engineering. If you're not interested in technical at all, you can do a NEM, masters in engineering management. So there are good number of options. You can even get into mechatronics if you want to. Like after mechanical engineering, you are interested in mechatronics, you can get into that. Lot of people get into masters in aerospace and aeronautical engineering. So lot of options, especially for mechanic automobile engineering. So good number of options. So yes, Siddharth is asking me, please tell about the CSE course as well, two specialized courses. Are you talking about computer science engineering, right? Yeah, so what are the specialized courses? There is AI, ML, I told you before as well, AI, artificial intelligence, machine learning, natural, language processing, NLP. There is, lot of good, this thing, data science, then HCI, human computer interaction, game design. So many specialized courses in computer science which you can pursue. You can do a master's in computer science and you can then take up the specialized courses. Siddharth, hope I have cleared your queries. Coming, I cleared about USA, GRE is required, TOEFL is required, all these courses, all these exams are something which is required. Now coming to the next country as Canada, a very popular country these days, especially because of the PR opportunities. Okay, so something which is very, very, trending these days. When it comes to Canada, it's very good for PR. Even the education is very good, but there are limited number of universities. Like there are only 100 universities compared to US, which has more than 3,000 universities. So less number of options we have, but They have more plain vanilla courses, that is simply masters in computer science. Then they will not have something which is a little different, maybe business analytics or MIS. They hardly have universities for the same. So basically it's when it comes to Canada, if you want to go over there, we look for plain vanilla courses only, because there are no specialized courses as such. But yes, if you are more PR centric, you can go over there. Only IELTS is sufficient. But if you want to target a Canadian business school, if you want to target a Canadian business school, you need to give a GMAT exam. Okay, business school as in masters in finance, masters in marketing. So all these courses, if you want to pursue, you need to give a GMAT exam. Understood? So yes, Canada is good. Colleges versus universities, I will always prefer a university. College is something which I usually not prefer. Okay, that is something which I don't prefer, especially for you students who have taken good 16 years of education. Then I do not prefer getting you into colleges. Okay, so Canada, about it, I will just take one more question. Best country with good job opportunities for masters in physiotherapy, majorly sports rehabilitation. You can target, Salman, you can target UK, you can target USA, you can target Ireland. All three are very good when it comes to sports, overall physiotherapy as well, especially sports rehabilitation. In the descending order, I would say UK, USA, Ireland. So all three, it's very good. No GRE as such required, but yes, and definitely, it would be a good place for you. UK, USA, and Ireland. There is also something called as exercise science masters, which you can pursue, Salman. So that is also something very good. Masters in exercise science, kinesiology, exercise science, very good courses. Okay, no GRE, only IELTS, even in USA for that matter. Okay. Siddharth is asking me job opportunities in Canada. Yes, job opportunity is good. Just to tell you about the stay back plan. If you are taking a STEM course in USA, then the stay back opportunity is 3 years. If you are taking a non-STEM course, then it is 1 year. STEM is basically science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Okay, so STEM is science, technology, engineering, mathematics. If your course falls under this category, the stayback is 3 years. If your course falls in non-STEM, that is management related, or something which does not fall under science or maths related subjects, then it is management hai, marketing hai, design. All these are non-STEM. The stayback is 1 year. Okay, since you are pursuing civil engineering, mechanical, computers, they all come under STEM. Physiotherapy comes under non-STEM in USA. Then the stayback is 1 year. When it comes to job opportunities in Canada, it's good, but you obviously have to be a little on toes. You have to make the relevant contacts, networking, so that you get good job opportunities, Siddharth. Okay, so Canada mein stayback is 2 years. Okay, after 2 years masters, you get 2 years stay back. Compulsory, you need to do a 2 years masters so that you get a 2 year stay back. Salman, yes, Australia is also good. It's just that the licensing exam in Australia is little tough. So, you need to prepare the student beforehand that you need to work hard for the physiotherapy licensing exam. Otherwise, it's also a good option, Australia. Definitely, you can consider good PR opportunities. Australia is good, especially I would say UNSW, University of New South Wales, very good university for masters in physiotherapy. Okay, for Australia also you need 2 years of masters so that you get a 3 years stay back in Australia. Okay, and good for PR opportunities as well. So that is something which you need to understand. So just guys, the cost aspect when it comes to US, it is the most expensive. It will come around 40 to 45 lakhs USA. You get that kind of pay packages also, but initially it's a little expensive. When it comes to Canada, it's a bit cheaper. It is around 35 to 40 lakhs to take a course in Canada, take a masters in Canada if you do it in university. When it comes to Australia, it will come around again 35 to 40 lakhs, 2 years masters. Everything is also dependent on everything is also dependent on the kind of location you are targeting, kind of university you are targeting. If your university is very top notch, it's in the best location, then definitely you may have to pay a little more. Okay, so that is something which you need to understand. So guys, coming to Australia, Australia again has a 2 years masters, 3 years stay back, only IELTS, 35 to 40 lakhs stay back of 3 years. Very famous for courses such as marketing, finance, management, design. All these courses are pretty popular. Even IT related courses are very popular. Australia is very good for food science and food technology as well, guys. So very good. Okay, so Australia, it's about Australia. I will be just taking some doubts. Imad is just asking, do you suggest doing both masters as well as MBA? Yes, you can do that, Imad. Definitely do masters, work for 2 to 3 years, and then you can do MBA. Very good opportunity you will get. So you will be expert also in some area, and then you will be going ahead with the managerial role also. So it is a very good combo, I would say, Madh. You can definitely go. It's just that you should have the willingness to study at after working. So that is something which you need to mentally prepare yourself, but definitely you can do it, Madh. Okay. Yeah, PK aspirant is asking after BA English, you can pursue a lot of things after BA English. First of all, you can do something in marketing. If you have the relevant internship, you can do masters in marketing communication or masters in marketing course. You can do. You can also do something called as masters in public relations, masters in corporate communication. There are a lot of opportunities which are open for you. Okay, after BA English. You can even do a teaching related course in case you are interested in teaching, you want to become a teacher, you can do that as well. Understood? Lot of countries are also open. You can do it from India also if you want to do something related to teaching. But yes, there are good options open after BA English. Okay. Coming to the next country, I will be talking more about UK. Guys, when it comes to UK, it is again a 1 year master. Someone who is on a budget and who wants to have a great exposure, you can definitely go for UK. UK is like 1 year masters and 2 years stay back. These days there is a post study work permit of 2 years. So you simply have to work for you simply have to do your masters for 1 year and you get a stay back of 2 years. UK is very, very popular for management. MIM course, Masters in Management course, very popular in UK, especially for people who have their family business, who wants an exposure, you can go for UK. You get a very good overall exposure. And yes, the cost will come around 25 to 30 lakhs. And again, it's a 2 year stay back. You can work over there. It's considered as a global degree. Only IELTS required, guys. For some of the top universities like Oxford, Cambridge, London Business School, all these three countries, or all these three universities, including LSC, London School of Economics, Imperial College London, they might require a GMAT exam, but otherwise only IELTS. All the other universities, Warwick, Manchester, Birmingham, Nottingham, only IELTS is sufficient in UK. Understood, guys? Yeah, Atul is asking me any good country for clinical psychology. Yes, there are a lot of good countries. UK is very good. Australia is very good. US is very popular for clinical psychology. So all three countries are pretty good for clinical. Especially when it comes to psychology, you also have to clear a licensing exam to become a psychologist, to become a therapist. So, I would suggest UK, USA, Australia, all three are pretty good, Atul. Okay. Mehek is asking me, do they require GMAT and IELTS both? MIM in UK in top universities. Yeah, in top, yes. In the top universities which I named right now, Mehek, GMAT is required. London Business School, Oxford, Cambridge, LSE especially, they require a GMAT exam. MIM in UK only in top. Other than that, all the universities they do not require, only IELTS is sufficient. So if you want to target the top notch only, you have to give a GMAT exam. Understood, Mehak? Along with IELTS. Yes, yes, along with. See, guys, IELTS is something which you have to give for all the countries. Since you are from a country where your native language is not English, you have to give IELTS exam just to prove that you are good at your language, or at English language, because English is the course language, right? For the next 1 year or 2 year, you will be studying in English. If your English is not good, then you will not be able to understand. So they just want to test that. Okay, so IELTS goes without saying for all the countries. So guys, I'll be just giving you my number here. Any queries you have, you can ask me on this number in case you want you know, a broad counseling session. It is free. When it be, I'm also a career counselor, guys, in case you're confused about your career, what to choose, how to choose, what are the different options. I do career counseling session as well. So career counseling sessions are chargeable, but when it comes to abroad counseling, the first session is free. Later for the services we charge. Okay, so that is something which you need to understand, and my contact number is, written over here. So how is a global degree beneficial? What is the scope after work permit ends? So basically, how is a global degree beneficial? That in case you want to come back to India, to your home country, in case you end up coming over there, an Australian or Canadian degree would not have that much of weightage, but a UK or US degree will have good weightage, guys. Okay, so that way a global degree is beneficial. So what is the scope after work permit ends? So basically, employer will be, if you are good enough, if your employer wants to keep you, your employer will be sponsoring a visa for you, and then your work permits get extended if it is approved. The extension is approved. The work permit also, kinds of it increases, and you can work more. Then it all depends on your work. It all depends on the employer sponsoring your visa. So that's it. So it won't be like, your work permit is ending today and you have to go tomorrow. You will be notified way before, and you need to talk about these things to your employer in the beginning of the job only. Why, when you take the job or 6 months after the job, you need to talk to him that, are you filing the visa for me? So whatever it is, you need to, talk about it. So in US there is a very popular visa term called H1B. Okay, so that's a work visa. So you, before taking the job or 6 months after you take the job, you need to talk that, when are you filing the H1B for me? Because it's not something which is very sudden. You would be knowing it beforehand, that what will be your next step. Understood, guys? Any queries, guys? So I will be just taking one more country. So I will be taking the country of Ireland. So guys, Ireland is very near to UK. So Ireland is considered as a Silicon Valley in Europe. So it's Dublin especially has lot of IT companies. So there is good scope definitely, and it's quite cheap as well. I would say just 20 to 25 lakhs what you need to spend for 1 year masters, and it's very famous for IT, pharmacy, physiotherapy. Then all these courses, marketing is in one of the short skill lists. So digital marketing related courses are also very famous in Ireland. So definitely you can go ahead with that. The best college is Trinity College Dublin, University College Dublin, and IELTS is all what is required in Ireland. Okay, so even Sai is asking me that, is Germany masters global? Germany is not global, though global, but then if you are doing in something in Europe, it is kind of Europe mein something, somewhere you can go. They recognize those degrees, I would say. But what happens is, when it comes to Germany, over there is very good scope. Like, it depends. Like, guys, let me tell you something about Germany. The tuition fee is free. You do not have to pay. You just need a good CGP and overall good profile. But German education is totally free for international students also. So someone who has really budget constraints, or someone who is interested in engineering related fields, maybe IT, automobile, mechanical, then all those, civil is okay, I would say. Mechanical, everything related to industries is very good when it comes to Germany. So you can plan over there. All you need is an IELTS exam and good CGPA, and a flair for German language. So you can't be saying that, I'll go over there and talk in English. That is not possible. You need to talk in German language. That is something which is very, very important. Okay, so you need to start learning your A1, A2 from here itself. Okay, so over there, even if you go in a mall and you want to buy something which is very basic, then also you have to talk in German language. So you need to have a flair for that language. So after Germany, you stay there for maybe 2 years. 2 years is a stay back, and then if you are wanting to get the German blue card, which is very equivalent to green card in USA. If you want that, you need to study till C2 level of Germany, and to get in is pretty okay. Like, it's not very difficult. Sai. So hope I have cleared your query. Are there any direct job opportunity after graduation in English? For job opportunity, yeah, there are good job opportunities abroad. It's difficult because you have studied here, right? So to get jobs abroad will be little difficult, but in India you can get good jobs. Over there, if you want job, you need to study first and then you can get the job. Understood? Yazar is asking, मैम सिविल इंजीनियरिंग के बाद अगर बाहर जाना है तो बेस्ट कंट्री कौन सी है? I just took that question पहले also. So it's basically, I would say, USA, UK, Australia, civil engineering, and Canada. All four countries are pretty good. How easy is Germany to settle? Otherwise, I just cleared the doubts with that it's easy. It's not that difficult to get a blue card. You need to basically learn till C2 level of German language. So that is something which is very important. Guys, any further queries? When it comes to Germany, there are very good universities like TU Munich, TU Berlin, all the TUs, and there is Hochschul's as well, which is University of Applied Sciences. Very good education overall, but German language is the key. That is something which is very important for you to learn. So it's very important. So Mehek is asking me, what is the difference between MIM and MBA? Mehek, I just explained about masters versus MBA. So MIM is freshers MBA. MBA is professional. It's more for professionals, people who have good work experience, and then they are going ahead and taking the degree. So in terms of the course and job opportunities would be better for MBA, obviously, because you are taking so much of work experience and then doing MBA. And MBA course overall is quite rigorous. It is something which is quite intense as well. So MIM is good, but it is more so for freshers. Job opportunities ke liye, I personally believe MBA is better, but a lot of students do MIM and then they start working, and they get a good package. It also depends on how you work. Understood, Mehak? So basically, MIM is for people who are freshers and they want to pursue, management related degree. You can do that. Even a lot of engineers do MIM. They want to pursue right now something, all masters or something, so they can do that. Later, work for 2 3 years. You can do MBA. If your job is also very good, you don't need an MBA, then it's not required. So the call is totally yours. Understood? Both for MIM, MBA, GMAT is something which is required. Guys, one more thing, for masters, GRE works. For MBA, GMAT is preferred. Okay? GRE works, but MBA ke liye, please make sure you give a GMAT exam. That is something which is important. Understood? Any further questions, guys? Any further questions? Can you give some example for jobs in India after BA English? You can become a teacher, you can be a content writer, you can become a copywriter, lot of options. You can become a digital marketer. So four I told you: digital marketer, teacher, copywriter, and content writer. Good jobs. Siddharth is asking, I'm in my second year right now, and any best practices for me during bachelor's? Do internships, do research papers. That is something which is very important. Research paper, internship, focus on your CGPA. So all these things will make you land you into a good university. Take your GRE after your third year or maybe in your mid third year. Don't take it right away. So take time for building your profile. Right now, your whole focus should be getting good knowledge and building your profile, Siddharth. So that is something which you should remember. Tanaji is asking me if you glance about CFP and CFA. Okay. So when it comes to CFP, it is more about financial planning at an individual level. So they usually have four modules: investment, retirement, tax planning. So these are some of the modules which is they are prevalent. Insurance is also one of the modules. So you need to clear those modules. It's basically in financial planning at an individual level. CFA is more at a macro level, like what where companies can invest. There's investment banking, there is corporate finance, there's hedge funds, alternate investments, financial accounting. So a lot of topics which are more at a macro level. So CFA, CFP, both the courses, I will prefer a CFA over that, and you should be doing it later on after your bachelor's is completed, because these are also professional courses when you pursue it along with your job. Good for someone who wants to do something in finance. Definitely you can pursue that. Okay, Tanaji. I hope I have cleared your query. Any further queries, guys? Guys, in case you need a abroad counseling session, in case you need a career counseling session, I have written my number over here. Okay. So IELTS score cutoff and for Ivy Leagues, MIT. Okay. IELTS score cutoff is basically, 6.5. Try for 7, 7.5. For Ivy Leagues, for MIT, especially, these are extraordinary colleges. So basically, you need that kind of extraordinary profile. Okay, that is very important. You work with the government, you work with, someone who's extraordinary. They are giving you that kind of recommendation. You have to build your profile for that. Okay, and when it comes to Ivy League, they will not be just looking at your IELTS score. They will be looking at your GRE, GMAT score, whatever it is, your CGPA or your profile. So to get in is a tough task. It is not something which, because of acceptance rate is less than 5%. So it is something which is tough. Okay, so build your profile to that extent, Siddharth. So which Shireen is asking me, which is the best company to work in after engineering in computer science branch? Best company to work in, there are a lot of IT related companies. Obviously there is basically Tata consultancy, there is so many Wipro services, so there are a lot of companies, I would say. So you can try, you can, work in a startup also. Wherever you are learning more, join that company, I believe. Even computer science students are, hired by consultancy companies like EY, finance companies, EY, PwC. They are also hired, computer science students, they also hire. So definitely, there are a lot of companies. So you can work in either. Please focus on where you can learn more. That should be the thing. यजर इज आस्किंग मैम सिविल डिप्लोमा के बाद आर्किटेक्ट की डिग्री लेने के बाद बेस्ट होगा या डिप्लोमा के बाद डिग्री? बिकॉज हमें आर्किटेक्ट पढ़ना है, क्या बाहर जॉब आर्किटेक्चर की अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है? या देर इज गुड अपॉर्चुनिटी एंड डिप्लोमा इन सिविल इंजीनियरिंग. After that, you can definitely do architecture. I think you have done diploma, right? That's what I'm able to understand. You can do a BR course, that's not an issue, and you can do a master's in Australia here. Italy is also very famous, US is also very famous, UK is very famous. All these are very good for architecture. You can pursue from, there. So there are good options. So guys, I guess I have cleared a lot of queries. Any queries further which you would like me to clear? I guess we should be ending the session right now. It was very very good talking to you people, clearing your queries. Any doubts you have, you can message me on this number or call me on this number. Definitely, I will be able to resolve them. Most welcome. Why Ivy Leagues are better? Because they are top ranked, Siddharth. They are top ranked. They have the best faculty, best courses, best students. So they are very selective, very good infrastructure. The top professors teach you, hence they are better. Okay, so it is very top ranked, I would say. So I think I've cleared the query. So you can let me know, Siddharth, in case you have any queries, you can let me know on this number. Process for education loans. Okay, so guys, I'm myself a chartered accountant. We can help you completely when it comes to education loans. So when it comes to education loan, guys, understand one thing. There are two types of loan. One is secured and one is unsecured. Okay, secured is where you put you something for mortgage and then you basically get the loan. Unsecured is where you take the loan and you, on your sponsor's IT returns and on your profile overall. So sponsors, as in your mother, father, whoever is sponsoring you, उनके IT returns, उनके income के हिसाब से, you take the loan. You need to repay it back once you get a job over there. So unsecured loans is pretty good, and it's a quite, a lot of NBFCs, a lot of banks are providing unsecured loans. Secured loans also, a lot of banks are providing. Students are taking it also. So process is quite simple. I mean, we will be assisting you in the complete process. We will be the mediator. The interest rate lies from up to 7 to 9% when it comes to secured loans, and 12 to 13% when it comes to unsecured loans. Okay, but the beauty of this loan is that you need to repay it once you get a job over there. But the IT returns of your sponsor need to be a little good. The credit history of your sponsor needs to be good in case of unsecured loan. Okay, so they will, you simply have to contact us. We will be helping you completely with the education loan. When it comes to the complete abroad counseling, education loan is also included. We help you in the shortlisting, the SOP, LOR, the application process, the, everything basically. Visa process, accommodation, forex card, scholarship, very important. We help you from the scratch. We help you with everything. So you can take the first abroad counseling session, and based on that you can understand, that what exactly services we provide. Understood? I hope I have cleared your queries. I've tried to clear your queries. Anything you have later, you can let me know. I have mentioned my number multiple times. Okay. Yeah, it was nice talking to you, everyone. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you. Bye, take care, have a good day.